Gentleman from Ohio, seek recognition.
Move to strike the last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
I'm going to enter my statement in the record, and I'm going to be very brief. Rise in support of the amendment. I want to commend the gentleman, Mr. Turner, for taking leadership on this amendment, and he has a record of being very active when he was mayor of Dayton, trying to deal with the problems of predatory lending. And I want to commend Mrs. Biggert for her work on this, as well as her work in financial literacy. Ohio, unfortunately, has been one of the leaders in foreclosures. And I want to point out one of the things that we found out about foreclosures nationally and also in the Midwest. Most of those foreclosures have not come as a result of loans by federally regulated banks and savings and loans. They have come from those lenders and mortgage brokers who are not regulated by the federal government, by the states, who have not done their job. I called together a conference, I guess about 6 weeks ago, of Ohio financial institutions, of regulators, of community groups to talk about the foreclosure crisis and what effectively could be done. And I was surprised that the consensus that came out of that meeting of all those groups was that the single most important thing you could do would be to provide for housing counseling. And the people who did have counseling had a very low foreclosure rate. And all this bill would do would be to provide a modest increase in counseling. We will get a tremendous benefit and a decrease in foreclosures as a result of it. I think this amendment presents a choice. You have two agencies and you have a choice between, you got the Inspector General and the Housing Counseling Program. Which one are you going to fund level to last year and which one are you going to increase? And I would say to you, if you look at what's going on in the housing market, it is pretty clear that if there is to be a priority between those two, it ought to be to put more money into counseling so that you can save people in their homes. And I also point out that the Senate has already passed language that goes much further than ours. So I would ask for support of the Turner-Biggert-Gillmor